Hi, I'm Tyler with Edge Industrial Tool Company. In this video I'm going to be showing you how to change the Arbor on the MD150 and the MD250 to accommodate for twist drilling. In the MD50, in the case, there is the chuck and Arbor adapter that comes in with it, and it's in a bag like this. It comes together. There are two pieces. It is a regular Jacobs chuck with 3 prongs, and it comes with the key. For this, you're going to need a 4mm hex wrench, a 6mm hex wrench, and 2 crescent wrenches. For the MD150, you're going to need a 3/4 inch bolt. I've got one that's 1.5 inch long and 2 inches long. You're going to make sure that both drills are unplugged and all the power is off. I'm going to start off with the MD150 unplugged. You're going to take your 4mm hex wrench that comes supplied with the 150, and either the 3/4 inch bolt by 1.5 inch or 3/4 inch bolt by 2 inch. Take the bolt. I've got A flat ground down on here. You're going to line that up with a set screw on the Arbor and tighten. Just like you would with a cutter. You don't need to tighten it as tight as the cutter, but you do want to tighten both set screws so the bolt doesn't come loose. And take 2 crescent wrenches, get them to size. One on the bolt and then one on the flats up here on the spindle. Again, the wrench that's on the bolt is going to spin clockwise. The wrench that's on the spindle, you're going to either leave static or you're going to have that twist counterclockwise to loosen the Arbor. At this point, it should be finger loose. Just to the point where it drops, lift up. At this point, you need to slide the Arbor out away. Now here, you're going to take your 6mm hex wrench and loosen all three of these bolts back here. I've got a pretty good handy tool. Make the job go quicker. You want to make sure you have the head of the drill slid all the way up, crank it all the way up, otherwise you're not going to be able to fit specifically a wrench with a special bit, a hex bit, to loosen this part. It makes it easier. You could use, once all of those bolts are loose, take the Arbor support, put that aside, and you're going to take your adapter, thread it onto the spindle. Again. Take the crescent wrenches, one for the adapter, one for the spindle. This time, bottom one goes counterclockwise and the spindle stays static, or goes clockwise. And thread the chuck. The chuck threaded. Ready to start twist drilling. Now with the MD250, I'm going to take this one. It's a lot easier. There's the flats on the spindle up there, and you got a flat on the arbor as well. So you take your two crescent wrenches, give them the size. And again, I'm going to go clockwise at the bottom, be static, or counterclockwise at the top. Just a little go, loose enough to do by hand. Crank motor head all the way up, tilt it, arbor comes out. Again, I've got a wrench, socket wrench with a special bit for a 6mm hex head. And I'm going to take off the bolts again on the arbor support. Once you have all the bolts loosened on the 250, take this arbor support, set it aside. And it's really important to make sure to take the arbor bolt or arbor support off when you're going to twist drill. So you've got this bearing in here that you really don't want to damage, because if you do go back to doing annular cutters on your drill, this bearing is very important to stabilize the arbor. And you're going to take your chuck adapter. It's the same one that fits on the MD150. It comes with the MD150, however it doesn't come with the MD250. You can call in and order the part with the chuck. This part number is MD150 dash or slash 1151. It's the threaded arbor adapter. We also do have it coming with for the tang drive, which is kind of like a slip fit with 2 set screws on the flats that attaches to the spindle rather than threading on. This part number is MD, M as in Mary, D as in dog, 150-123. So you take the arbor, thread it on, same way as the 150, turning it counterclockwise, and let it take. And take the crescent wrenches, give them the size, tighten, and then take Jacob's chuck, thread it on, once it's threaded on. Ready to twist drill.